Hello everybody. I'm out here in my RV in South Dakota again, and just wanted to do a review on a Haiboxing Ratchet. It's a little 18th scale all-wheel drive, and I gotta say I'm pretty impressed with it. I bashed it a little bit before I took off this morning, and wasn't able to flip it even once. So pretty impressed with the handling. Not the fastest thing, but at 18th scale it doesn't need to be real fast. It's actually a very good, what I think would be a very good option for a small area, and it's a good entry-level car. And I'm going to probably carry it in my 18-wheeler because it's so small. I can drive it in a much more refined area, smaller spaces, and still have a little fun with it. And it's small enough I can throw it in the closet and it won't be in my way. So is this going to be something that you're going to want to take off road? Probably not, unless it's in the dirt. It should do pretty good. Sand, it might do okay. It's pretty close to the ground, so if you're on grass, you're going to need a really well manicured lawn for it, or a green at a golf course. Other than that, I'm going to say I like the little car. I'll just let you watch the video and see what you think about it. Hey, you could do me a favor. If you think you're getting something out of this, why don't you hit the like button and subscribe to this, and I'll do what I can to give you more content and get better at it. Thanks. Appreciate it a lot.
Well, let's see what this is. Should be a car, but it seems like it got here too fast. So we'll see. I'm expecting a car, ordered a car. It's a car. Okay. It just got here much quicker than I anticipated. See if I can do this without destroying everybody's eardrums. If it's too awfully loud, I'll turn it down some. Wow. Huh. We're going to have to change an angle on something somewhere. That's good enough, I guess. Anyway, this is a ready-to-run off-road 4x4 called a Ratchet. It's a four-wheel drive. It says it's a sand rail. And this one got a check. I got to put the light back on here. Let me try it from over here. That's better. It says it's orange, ready to run. Got all the specs here. It's got a 380 motor in it, and it's got a 650 milliamp hour lithium ion battery. It says off-road anywhere. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not sure if that's right. Maybe it is. 1/18th scale, and it says it's IPX5 waterproof, which means you're not supposed to submerge it, but you can drive it through puddles of water. I don't think you can drive it underwater, but I guess I should test that at some point. Oh, it's cute. It looks like a pretty nice manual. Let's see what all we have here. See if it's got a parts list in the back. Oh yeah, it's got a parts list for all the parts with all the part numbers on it. To me, that's very handy because you kind of need that if you break something. And if you play with them very hard, I anticipate you will occasionally break something. So I'm not going to dig this out on camera, but I'll be back when I get it out of the box. Alright, so what we had in the box, we've got the controller, which takes, looks to me like 2 AA batteries. It's pretty small, lightweight, easy to handle. It's got a trim control on it, steering, reverse, slow, and normal. So I'll have to see if that's for the steering rates or for the speed. Came with an extra set of extra set of body clips, and it's got a little instruction tag, and it's telling you that it's got a protective cover. Oh, I like this. It just flips over. So we do have a 2S, and this looks to be a 2-cell pack. Rechargeable lithium-ion battery. Yeah, oh, 14500. Okay, it's on the pack. So it's the baby brother to the 18650s, and it does come with the charger. It comes with a little wing, comes with a screwdriver, the charger, the 2 sets of body clips, and a couple of screws to put the wing on with. So it looks like it's all pretty complete in terms of suspension. Those are just friction shocks, but the springs are pretty strong. It's got a drive shaft, metal drive shaft running down the middle, a little compact servo, and I'm not seeing a slipper clutch anywhere. I'm thinking this probably doesn't need it. It's got an auxiliary here on the receiver. You could probably, and I say probably, put some lights on there if you wanted to. So I'll throw a charge in this, and when I get it all charged up, I'll do a little run test on it and see how it handles. There's the on and off switch back here. A decent amount of articulation in the suspension. For this scale of a car, I'm thinking that's a decent amount. The pins look pretty good. The shocks are well attached. So I'll get a charge in it, and we'll see what it does. Okay, we have a Haiboxing Ratchet. It's a 4-wheel drive, 18th scale. It's a IBX5 waterproof, so the switch is sealed. So to turn this on, turn on the radio first, then you push and hold the button. There it goes. You see the servo click. So now we got her going. And what we're going to do, just a little quick test run. Now, what I'm liking on this for a beginner, you've got a slow speed, steering, reverse, and then you've got your trim control. And this is full throttle on low speed. It's got a good turning radius. The servo's real responsive. Bring it over so we can see a little better. Servo is very responsive, but again, that's the slowest speed. So if you've got kids, grandkids, or whatever, or you're new to it, that's a good speed to go. I'm going to put it up on normal. And I'm going to guess it's somewhere in the neighborhood of 18 miles an hour, but it's very, very peppy. I'm confusing my camera person.
The camera person hasn't done this for a while.
Get over in the sun so we can see it get our shadows in there so that they know I actually have an assistant. And it's actually a pretty quiet car, other than when I'm accelerating. Once it levels out, it's pretty quiet. And so far, I haven't succeeded in flipping this car. So I'm going to say, for an entry-level car, 18th scale, and one of the things I like about this, I'll actually probably carry this. I drive an 18-wheeler, for those that don't know. I'll probably carry this in my truck since it's so small, and since it's so small, I can actually have a little fun with it in more restricted areas, smaller spaces. That's, to me, one of the things that prohibits me from some of the larger cars, or at least carrying them in the truck with me, is it's very difficult to store and find a place to actually stretch them out. You know, if they run 70 miles an hour, you have to have a pretty long straightaway. I haven't hit anything with this. I haven't flipped it. So durability, I can't really say, but as you saw in the manual, almost, well, as far as I could see, all of the parts are available. So I'm actually pretty happy with this little car. And let's see what the motor feels like. Whoops. Well, there's a controller. The controller's pretty durable. It doesn't fall apart. The motor's not even really warm to the touch. And I was pushing it pretty hard. So, all in all, four-wheel drive, 18th scale. I haven't peeled the plastic off of it yet. It's got the protective film on it. And I was in a hurry, so I grabbed some paper clips instead of the regular body clips. They are downstairs. But I needed to get this done. So anyway, all things considered, for the price point for an entry-level car, I'm very happy with this.